Hi guys, Glenn here from FG Landscaping. Thanks for joining and watching this video today. Please, if you can, do like and subscribe, as a lot of you that do watch these videos, you don't subscribe to the channel, so please do it. It certainly encouraged me to upload more. But anyway, thanks again. So today we're looking at the mulcher. This is a commercial mulcher. This is part of the Husqvarna range. It's a KLIPPO 553 more. It's a dedicated mulcher, so it doesn't bag grass. Um, it is a full commercial grade, so there is a lot of steel on it. And it is a pretty strong, well built mower. I have used it for several months now. I got it last year, and I used it on some pretty high grass, 9, 10 inches high, and it did cut it. But the finish is not great, as you can expect. Your mulching grass that's extremely high, it's not going to be great. But it's still done it. It did bog down a bit. I'm not going to bullshit you and tell you it was amazing, but it was able to do with a few passes, a few runs. But I think if you're cutting grass on this that is only a few inches high, it will be no problem at all. But again, it can do the harder work, the tougher work, but you will have to probably go over it a few times, to be honest. But I have found it to be a solid mower. It has a 21-inch deck, so it's nice and big. It's a 166cc Husqvarna engine, and I think it's about 5.5 horsepower. So it's a pretty strong engine. There's no, it's all steel, so it is well built. I mean, it doesn't feel plasticky. It doesn't feel cheap when you're using it. It does have it only has one lever on the actual mower, so lever here, you hold it in, pull the engine, and it will basically start. I'll do a little just demo of that for you here right now. So yeah, you can see it starts pretty much straight away. Also, it is self-propelled, so the lever here on the side works. So when you hold the actual lever in and the engine's running, you simply move the lever forward and you'll hear a click, and then that will engage the drive. It is front wheel driven, this mulcher, so unlike your normal mowers, which a lot of them are rear wheel drive, this is front wheel drive. So that's the only thing. The only thing it does mean that there's a bit of a transmission tunnel on the front of the mower, which it doesn't put quite a perfect circular shape on the undercarriage of the machine. Like there's a lot of mowers on the market, Grin and some other AS, that do have I feel a much more better deck. But again, it is a good mower. It is strong. It is fully commercial. It has steel wheels. There's nothing plastic on it. So it would hold up, and it would. I think it certainly lasts for quite a long time. So another few things about this machine is there is no folding of the bars. So the bars don't actually fall down. So the way the R is fixed and locked in place, you can't actually do anything about that, unfortunately. It is just what it is. You can actually unscrew the bar off here by this mechanism, and you can put the bar down, I suppose, beside it, but there's no quick fold on it. But for full commercial machines, that's quite the standard anyway. You're not going to really have foldable bars a lot of the time on full scale commercial lawnmowers. What else? There is only one lever to adjust. This is it here. It's very easy to adjust. You just move the lever. There's 5 different settings, and all the wheels are linked to that, so you don't need to adjust individual wheels. What else? Yeah, I mean, would I recommend it? I suppose is really what you're probably watching this video for. I think yes, I would recommend. It is a strong machine. It's price point. I suppose it depends where in the world you're looking at this video, but here in Ireland they retail for probably about 1350 euro. So it depends if you have a good relationship with your local retailer, you'll probably get a slightly better deal on that. But I think 1350 is sort of roughly the ballpark for these type of mowers. And again, for us, we do a lot of mulching. We don't really collect grass. In fact, we sort of haven't collected grass in, I'd say, over a year now. So Yeah, we only mulch. I mean, we do housing estates and other large areas, and again, we only mulch. We don't bag grass or anything like that. So this particular mower is actually a great addition. We did used to have the Honda 537s, which, to be honest with you, the transmissions were worn out quite quickly, and that's what we found anyway. Um, so these are what we're using at the minute, and we're going to put them to good use and see how long these particularly last, given how much we cut in a week, which is even quite a lot. So anyway, guys, this is the Clippo 553, as I said. It is all steel, so I mean, as I said, there's no flimsy parts on the machine. It does feel quite well made. It has a good sized fuel tank on it, and yeah, I think it's a pretty strong machine. What I will do is I'll give you a close up of the machine, walk around it with the camera, and you can get a better sense of what it's like. Because, to be honest with you, I haven't found many of these videos on YouTube for the 553. I found an awful lot of other mulcher mowers for still and some other ranges, but I haven't found this particular mower. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of information on it, or even videos on it on YouTube. So that's what I want to do. This is what I want to sort of get across today, anyway. So anyway, I'll show you the mower now, and you can get a better upfront picture of it. I suppose you do then have the transmission sort of tunnel that's going through it. Is that great? It's not. I don't know. I think rear wheel is probably a bit better in this case, but I don't think it's too bad. It's just a slightly different way of doing it. But you can see all the steel that's been used. So strong steel brackets on the machine. There's nothing cheap about it. There's nothing flimsy about it. Everything is well made, which I think is extremely important. Um, what else can I show you on the machine? Um, Otherwise, yeah, I think it's a pretty solid, well-made machine. What you have here is the actual mechanism that I was talking about. So again, when you have the lever pulled in and you hold it in, you push this lever forward, you'll hear a click, and that engages the drive mechanism. You let it go, and the engine and the drive will kick in. If you want to move around, you just basically just push the mower on its back wheels, and then you can just turn. If you do release the lever just a slight bit, it will disengage the mechanism, so you can then do that if needed. But otherwise, yeah, this is pretty much the machine. As I said, it's well made. Do I recommend it? Yes, I think it's a great machine. We have put it through a lot of use. We do only do really commercial work, so again, a lot of the machines and stuff equipment we use gets hardware. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much the more. And as I said, I think it's certainly worth looking at. And if you can't even demo it, see, depending on what conditions you use, or what you need for your business, depending on what way whether you collect grass, mulch grass, it all depends. Everyone's different. But for us, it's certainly a good addition. If anything happens over the next while, I'll update you and let you know about it. But certainly at the moment, it's doing what it has to do, which is cut a lot of grass, and it does that very, very well without any issue. So I think it's pretty much for us, I think it's a pretty much good buy. But do let me know if you want to hear anything else, or if there's anything else you wanna know about the machine. I'll happy to update you, or I'll go through that in detail. Um, until then, as I said, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It always helps, and I'll see you all on the other side. Cheers.